Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hardcore Radio Show, Hardcore Declan Show. Tonight is Royal Rumble preview show. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be talking about the Royal Rumble tonight. And who is going to win the Royal Rumble here tonight? I'm your host, Hardcore Declan. And welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Normally I have people actually beside me. Actually, normally I'd have my sidekick, Colin, but unfortunately he's not here at the moment. But we were going to actually talk about the Royal Rumble and who is going to win the Royal Rumble. As you know, the Royal Rumble match is for the first time ever. I know back in, I think it was 91, I think it was, the WWE title was vacant, and it was actually the winner of the Royal Rumble came the WWE champion. But for the first time ever, there's actually a champion in the Royal Rumble. Normally they have the Royal Rumble match, and normally the winner of the Royal Rumble match goes on to WrestleMania. So what's going to happen here tonight at the Royal Rumble? Obviously, you know, I'm just wondering, I'm just very, very curious what will actually happen tonight. Will Roman Reigns lose his title? Will he lose his WWE title? We will wait and find out. Of course, the Irish time, the Royal Rumble will be live on Sky Box Office at 1 a.m. And also, if you people have the WWE Network, it's also on that as well. So let's rephrase back. Let's go back how this all began. If you remember, if people were watching Raw going back a couple of weeks back, this all happened over Vince McMahon, of course, came back, and even go beyond that. If you remember, I can't remember what pay-per-view it was, but it was either the TLC pay-per-view where Roman Reigns spared Triple H in the middle of the ring after winning the WWE champion off Sheamus. Triple H came down to congratulate Roman Reigns and spared him. Or maybe it was the Survivor Series. Sorry, me apologies. It was the Survivor Series where Triple H got spared, and of course Sheamus came down, cashed in his Money in the Bank contract, and won the belt. And then of course we see, obviously Roman Reigns lost his, or Sheamus lost his WWE champion to Roman Reigns. And then of course the next night on Raw, of course, after sparing Triple H, of course, Stephanie came out. If people were watching, Stephanie came out and addressed that Roman Reigns will not be fired, that Vince McMahon will be here tonight. And of course, Vince McMahon came out, was talking, of course, and basically made a match between Sheamus and Roman Reigns, and if Sheamus lost the match, he will be fired. So, and then of course Roman Reigns, unfortunately, I think it was a disqualification or something. I can't really exactly remember. And of course, Reigns ended up winning the WWE title, and of course he sucker punched Vince McMahon. And how this all came along, this all for one Royal Rumble, or one for all, whatever you want to call it. But what is actually going to happen here tonight? You know, my suggestions is, I reckon that, I have two suggestions, of course. I reckon that, of course, for one, so, you know, that's a hell of a chance of him winning. But I reckon what's going to happen is, because Daniel Bryan is going to come into the fray for some reason or another. He is going to come in at WrestleMania. But I reckon what's going to happen is either Roman Reigns will go on and win the Royal Rumble, or what will happen is Sheamus will win tonight. So it's either one or the other. Roman Reigns tonight. He won the Royal Rumble last year, and he also won the Royal Rumble this year. But what's the deal about Brock Lesnar? I don't think he will. Apparently, he was going to buy his way to WrestleMania, which is an absolute ridiculous. So Brock Lesnar, of course, he's in the Royal Rumble match, of course, tonight. I don't think he's going to win it. I don't think he's going to win it, but I think it's going to be a triple threat match for some reason. Daniel Bryan is going to get in there somehow or another, and also Brock Lesnar is going to come in. So something's going to happen at the next pay-per-view of Fastlane, which I'm going to have possibly a preview show for Fastlane. But I reckon it's going to be a triple threat match at WrestleMania. It's going to be Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, and Brock Lesnar for the WWE Heavyweight Champion. That's what I. So if anybody else has a prediction, you can chat to me on this. You can actually chat on the hangouts.com. Of course, the Hardcore Declan show. And of course, this is not just a regular show. This is only going to be maybe a 20-minute or so long show about the Royal Rumble preview show, what is going to happen tonight. And also the championship match between Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens. I think, like Kevin Owens, don't get me wrong, he's a great wrestler and all. He is a good wrestler. But I don't think, he was Intercontinental Champion before, but I don't think he's going to beat Dean Ambrose tonight. I don't think he is. And I think, I think Dean Ambrose will retain his title tonight. I don't know. Strangest things has happened in WWE. Colin, obviously, he was supposed to be joining me tonight. We were actually going to sit down and talk on his review, who was going to win the Royal Rumble. But as I said, it's going to be a triple threat. It's definitely going to be a triple threat match at WrestleMania. And I picked the three superstars that will be at WrestleMania. And as I said, it's Roman Reigns. He will probably defend his title against Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan. So hopefully my predictions are right. And, if it is right, I will be delighted with myself. Now we'll go on. I'm just going to do a short thing on the Divas Championship match because, the Divas... the Divas matches, they're not really good. I normally kind of, turn it off at the Divas match. But we have Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. Of course, Becky Lynch, from Dublin, Ireland. My one of my homies, my hometown people from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch. Obviously, Rebecca, of course, her real name is Rebecca. I don't know her personally, but, she... the Irish proud, So I reckon that she will beat Charlotte tonight for the Divas champion. Just to put it in the face of Ric Flair. I know, don't get me wrong, Ric Flair, he's a great wrestler. He done it. He's finished now, So just to put it in Ric Flair's face, because if you think about it, Becky Lynch, of course, Charlotte is... I reckon the WWE is because of her dad, Ric Flair. Becky Lynch just came in it. She came into NXT, worked, clawed, scratched, crawled, worked her way up to the top, and now she has a WWE Divas Championship match at the Royal Rumble tonight. And as you know, I think it was 2 weeks ago, Becky Lynch beat Charlotte on a one-on-one match. So I reckon, I just have a fun, of course, I reckon that she will beat Charlotte tonight. So to become the new Divas champion. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an honor, of course, doing this Royal Rumble preview. Um, so, but I just want to get people's reaction. What's going to happen? Of course, the Royal Rumble match. I've always watched the Royal Rumble going back. I remember my very first Royal Rumble. I think it was 1990, of course. And then obviously from there on, I've always watched the Royal Rumble because if you remember, before all these little mini pay-per-views that they have like Fastlane, Payback, all that stuff, going back, there was only 4 pay-per-views a year. Like it was the Rumble, you had SummerSlam, you had WrestleMania, and I think it was like King of the Ring or something. Like I can't remember, but that was the only pay-per-views that WWE had. And then as the years came on, the Attitude Era came. There was many pay-per-views that they don't show anymore, like Bad Blood, Unforgiven, the Great American Bash. Of course, they got that GW. But the wrestling today is not the same like it used to be. Like years ago, I used to enjoy the wrestling. Like even before the Attitude Era, you had the likes of your Bret the Hitman Harts. You had your Hulk Hogan's before he went to WCW. You had Hacksaw Jim Duggan. You had Razor Ramon Diesel, aka Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall. So wrestling was kind of cool back then, back in the 90s. And then when the Attitude Era came in, you had the powerful Austin 316 to The Rock. They were fantastic days. Where Austin used to every week, or practically every week, he used to give Vince McMahon a Stone Cold Stunner. Which I thought that was quite funny. But me apologies. I'm just trying to put my charger in. But the wrestling, even now, when I watch the wrestling, I get quite bored. So look, I don't care if Triple H or Vince McMahon is watching. Like I used to go to the wrestling. I used to go to the wrestling in Dublin. You know what I mean? And that they were the great old days. And I think even the 90s, even the 2000s, were fantastic. Because you still had the likes of Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle. Okay, Brock Lesnar's back, but we had Brock Lesnar before. But Brock Lesnar, he left, he came back. He's much of a better fighter now. I think that's what Incarnate and the Conqueror. But you had all these wrestlers. You know what I mean? But to be honest, I think I know they don't really have that many pay-per-views, but I think TNA is a lot better than WWE. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. I watch WWE. I watch it. I'm gonna watch the Royal Rumble tonight because Royal Rumble for years I've watched this pay-per-view events alongside SummerSlam. But I think TNA have just that little bit of a storyline. It's a shame that TNA can't perform against Monday Night Raw. You have those old days, the Monday Night Wars. That'd be fantastic. TNA versus WWE. That'd be fantastic. So, but the Royal Rumble tonight, 1 a.m. And also if people have the WWE Network, happy days. It's a lot cheaper because €25, it's expensive, but $12.99 is a lot cheaper than paying $25.95 or whatever it is, or $24.95, whatever. So And just last and least, I would like to congratulate. Uh, Finally, he was inducted last week into the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Sting, or Steve, should I say? Good old Steve, aka Sting. Um, Congratulations. About time that WWE put a proper Hall of Famer, um, proper Hall of Famer into the Hall of Fame. So on Sting, we hope to see you at WrestleMania. Congratulations, bro. One more thing as well. Before I go, um, Kurt Angle. I want to just get into Kurt Angle because there was speculations of Kurt Angle coming to the WWE for the last maybe 2 years. Okay, forget about it, guys. Kurt Angle ain't gonna come to WWE. People say, "Oh, he's gonna appear and all this bullshit, guys. Bullshit." Kurt Angle will never, and I'm gonna take a page out of Chris Jericho's book. Kurt Angle will never, ever set foot in a WWE ring. Guys, forget about all the speculations. He ain't gonna do it. Now, don't get me wrong. If he shows up, I'd be shocked. I will eat my words if he shows up. I don't think he's gonna. I was watching an interview there the other day. He said he's gonna take time off with his family. I know he's been kind of off, and this so-called farewell TNA tour. Now he could show up, but I don't think he's going to show up. Kurt Angle. It'd be great, to see all the likes of Kurt Angle back in the WWE again. But trust me, guys, tonight isn't the night. Kurt Angle ain't gonna show up tonight. Now, maybe a couple of legends that will probably be in the Royal Rumble tonight. So, we wait and see anyway. But people out there, I know it's only it's supposed to be a 20-minute show. I'm going to just ramble on here now and keep on rambling on and rambling on. So I hope people, when they do get to listen to this preview show, I hope you subscribe to the channel. I will appreciate that if you can. So everybody out there, when they listen to this, I hope you've enjoyed the Royal Rumble tonight. We will get back. We will have another pre-show on Fastlane next month. So, ladies and gentlemen, good night, or good evening, or wherever you are, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. Evening, and we will see you next month at Fastlane.